Hi Aries, welcome to your, oh goodness, I am off center here. Hi, sorry. Welcome to your Y reading for July 5th through 4th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Am I Trippin' or Nah Tarot, the Ghetto Nun Cockfrost. Much love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love if you get a chance. All right, Aries, hopefully this answers your why. This doesn't have to be a romantic love situation. It could be any significant situation to you. Work, friends, family, all that. It's intended for romantic, but sometimes it pops up or resonates with you otherwise. I've heard that lately. This was about work or things like that. All right, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. You Aries. We've got the Chariot. So you could be debating on whether you want to move forward with someone or not. Or whether something is going to work out with someone. We have the Four of Cups and a Three of Cups here, and then we've got the, can you see this? We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So it could be that you're coming from a situation where kind of disappointed, or maybe there was this, was there a reunion suggested and you decided it was better to be off on your own? Or are you kind of disappointed with the dating scene or the friends that you do have, and you're thinking of just kind of going off on your own and finding your own security? Like there's something of dissatisfaction of the way things are going and making some kind of change, or trying to decide if you want to invest any more energy in a situation, or if you'd rather go off on your own. Because this is an offer, but this is being disappointed with what's out there and kind of deciding to provide for yourself. All right, so we got the Moon, King of Wands, Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Six of Cups. We've got a lot of wands here. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's a mixed bag. We have everything but swords here, which I'm not mad about, if I'm honest. Why are we crooked? Why do we do that? No, otherwise it'll bug me. Have some room for clarification here. So deciding whether or not, and we've got two sevens here. This is a 7, this is a 7. So that is news. In light of recent events, and all of a sudden, now since this happened, or now since I'm aware of this, and it looks like you're in deep thought about it too. There's kind of frustration, disappointment. I feel the disappointment the most about some kind of news, or perhaps you ran into somebody. There's something about the reconciliation aspect of this, or doing the same old, same old. This is either running into somebody from your past, or just being disappointed with the whole social scene right now for yourself, and thinking of like a brand new start just on your own. And this is that whole contemplation about, okay, how do I want to work this? What do I want to do? What do I want? And it looks like things weren't working out with a significant other, romantic or otherwise, because there was too much uncertainty. They probably suspected that they were just kidding themselves, fooling themselves, or they were being, I don't know. See, there's that gray area, because is it deception, or is it that just things were not very clear? That's okay. So that's a 9 then. So we got 2 9s also. So 2 9s, that's receipt. So news and receipt, that's understanding that, oh, so this is how it is, or oh, in light of recent events, that sort of thing. We got 2 3s also, which is calm. So we've got calm, receipt, and news. Okay, so perhaps a level of understanding has been reached. You might not be happy about it. Maybe things are calmer now because there's been a departure or time apart to make some decisions. What's this Moon about? There's that juggling and that uncertainty there, that instability. There's not enough answers to questions, and questions just beget more questions. This could be Pisces or Cancer. This could be Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. This could be Sagittarius. What's this Sagittarius about for Aries? Sagittarius, King of Wands about. What's this King of Wands about for Aries? So we got the Three of Cups twice here. Is somebody not wanting to? This is about someone dating and not really wanting to be in a committed relationship, because they're constantly juggling. This could be that in light of this right here, it could be that somebody, either they wanted to continue seeing more than one person at a time, or you wanted, or you didn't. Well, it could be you wanted to continue more. Could be you wanted to see more than one person at a time. It looks like they there's an issue of being in a stable, committed partnership. Somebody wanted to see more than one person at a time, and that undermines the security of your relationship unless you're both in agreement on that, right? Even if you are in agreement, that you can't build a solid foundation on that. And it looks like they either left to pursue dating, being able to date more than one person at a time, or because they feel that you, Aries, wanted to date more than one person at a time. I think they were left wanting. I don't think they felt like they were getting their needs met. I think they felt like they had to be patient and be understanding and kind of be the bigger issue. And there was always kind of conflict and bickering. It might have been passionate in certain areas, like the bedroom, but it was always kind of bickery, if that's a word. It was bickery. It was always kind of tense. There was tense. There were unstable situations. It was always, that's what it is, tentative. I want to say tentative. Always tentative. So as far as what you want to do, I feel like you're like, I'm out, because, and they wanted to, it very well could be, I can't tell if they wanted to or they left because of the situation not being what they wanted, but it feels like there was definitely an issue of being able to date more than one person at a time, and either they left because of that, because they wanted it, or because they didn't want that, they wanted stability. We got conflict here. This is a 5 out of 10. That's always, it could go either way, but this is all about things being kind of just in transition and conflict, and that this is that clearing of the air, or continually arguing, that sort of thing. It could be just that, hey, catch as catch can. When we get together, it's really great and dynamic, or it could be that, we bicker too much. It's just 5 of Wands about for Aries. So either someone's dealing with some issues from their past that keep coming up, or this is it something? Hold on a minute. No. What's this 6 of Cups? 9 of Wands. See, this is somebody being kind of stubborn and resolute. Oh goodness, we got the 6 of Cups with the 9 of Cups here. It looks like we got the Judgment and we got the 6 of Cups. This is about a past offer, a past realization, past decision. This is involving somebody from your past, issues from your past with somebody. This is about an offer of love, or to deepen an emotional connection. So this right here is about someone showing up for reconciliation, and it looks like we got the 9 of, what's this 9 of Wands about? 9 of Wands about. So did they come to you, Aries, and ask to work things out, and it's still kind of in that tense, awkward stage, and you're still kind of making a decision as far as what you want? But this feels like you're kind of disappointed, or it's like lackluster. Maybe you're disappointed in the offer. You're like, man, no big deal, and you'd rather be by yourself. This is you rather than be by yourself, either because you want to date, or because you're over the whole dating scene and this person still kind of is in and out and they don't know what they want, and there's this kind of tension and and there's this confusion and uncertainty, and it's one of those relationships where you've been together for a while, or you've known them for so long, they're very familiar, but the stability isn't there, and you know what I mean? What's this 9 of Wands about? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm sitting here going, yeah, but there's something, there's just not a lot of there. And perhaps that's why you're like, you know what, I'm out. I'd rather by myself, because there's nothing surefire saying, hey, this is it. I'm pretty certain about this. There's nothing to say that. It's just kind of all this. We got the 5 of Wands. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, the Moon. This is all kind of indecision, or like, okay, I'm showing back up for one last time. But even this has kind of got a chip on the shoulder. So we go from waiting to bickering to having a chip on the shoulder to, are we going to work this out or not? And then, so no, just no. And round we go. And I'm sitting here trying to find something to land on. And it's like, no, there's nothing to land on here. There's nothing. It's not. What's this? And I know we've got the 6 of Cups and the Knight of Cups, but to what end? What is this offer of going to attach to, and where's it coming from in the first place? Because if it's just based on longevity and familiarity and great sex, then you're going to end up right back here with the 5 of Wands and the Moon again. And okay, what else for Aries? What else for Aries? So perhaps this isn't about things working out. It's more like forward movement. Like, are we going to get this show on the road, or what are we doing? What are we doing? And there's never a clear answer for what are we doing? Where are we going? What are we doing? There's not a clear answer. An offer might be made, but then it doesn't ever land on anything. There's no answer for it. So this, if you're wondering why this isn't working out, it's because someone isn't ready for it. Someone's not ready for it. You got the King of Wands with the Three of Cups here. And I feel like we go from this Nine of Wands, and that kind of explains why, well, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go off on my own and do it by myself. I'm just going to be my own source of security and take care of me and mine. Because this has simply been your dignity after a certain point. I am worth more than this situation has to offer me. What else for Aries? Two of Pentacles, that we see that here also. This is not... this is in constant juxtaposition and juggling. And oftentimes this does show up when it's kind of pointing out, like it's kind of nudging you to say, hey, somebody's kind of wanting you to focus on this coin over here, where they're kind of doing something devious or dastardly over here. You know, so dastardly, that's like an old-timey word, isn't it? But it's kind of like someone that's constantly in flux and juggling. There's not that stability. And when that's clarifying the moon, it's always going to be that way. We got the Five of Wands here. Someone's always having to be patient, be the bigger person. It could be that, but we've got two cards of movement here. You know, forward movement, and then having to wait for a response or a reply or an offer that's never going to come. If it is, it's going to always be based on shifting sand. It'll be an offer based on feelings, but not necessarily plans for longevity or commitment or stability. It's just kind of this attachment, but it's not stable. What else for Aries? So we've got taking some time apart or forward. We got the stork, and I laugh because sometimes I want to say bird, and it's not funny. We got the stork, or we've got the rider. So this is Queen of Cups, and the rider is the Nine of Cups. Finding happiness with friends right now. This Nine of Cups is a load off, doing what you want. Queen of Cups is connecting with friends, finding someone that you emotionally connect with, practicing self-care, being nurturing to yourself after a time where you weren't getting your needs met. So it's like you come to that point where it's going to be all about you again because of self-care and nurturing that you need to sorely get to, because it doesn't look like you were able to in this relationship, especially if you are having to wait around for an offer that wasn't coming, or if you were going to make the offer, it was still met with indecision, strife, that sort of thing. So this could be, sometimes the stork represents moving forward, so that could be what's in question here, but this is also about taking some time apart, slowing things down, working on issues. We've got that indecision here, or the weighing of the pros and cons. So perhaps this is moving beyond just, you know, weighing the pros and cons to you deciding to be by yourself. If this hasn't happened already, I feel like it's coming. I feel like you're like, you know what, I'm too good for this. Like, really? And it's not just because of that. It might be because you decide, yeah, I don't. You might see, not the insincerity, but you might see the instability or the non-viability of such an offer. You might be like, you know what? It's just kind of based on all the things we once were. But as far as what's taken to the future, not so much. Okay. And we got the rider here, which is, oh, did somebody meet somebody new? Or is this you moving on to find somebody new? Is that what, because this is a new love interest. Well, it's also kind of somebody that doesn't want to commit. Okay, all right, I get it. This is talking about somebody that doesn't really want to commit and maybe taking some time apart to figure out what each other wants, but I feel like you're not even going to let it get that far. That's what you'll say, but then as soon as you get into that sort of in-between, you'll be like, I'm out, I'm moving on. Because this is taking some time apart because someone doesn't want to commit, or moving on from each other because someone's found a new love interest, which both could be true in succession, like in successive order. So this, whatever this is, it is not stable or clear. And it seems like the only attachment is because you have ties of longevity with them. I get hung up on a concept, and they keep presenting, and like, it's not clear, it's not stable, it's not certain, it's not round and round. What else for Aries? So we got the Wheel of Fortune. That's a cycle, karmic cycle ending. and we've got the Page of Wands. So we got the karmic cycle ending to where it might have been what it once was years ago, but at this point, any viability or longevity for the relationship is kind of at the Page of Wands level, which is, hey, if you've got time, I've got time, great. We can have a lot of fun, but other than that, not so much. Okay. And I also feel like this is you deciding to move on. This Wheel of Fortune, I feel like that's you taking your chances on an unknown future, but you like your chances. You feel good about it. This chapter is closed. It's ended. Let's do this. Let's move on. I gotta say, I like the confidence. I really do. I love it. I love that you're just like, okay, well, time served. Get it. All right, bye-bye. It'll all be that easy, right? Okay, Aries, I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope this answered your why, as far as why things didn't work out or why won't they. The stability is not there. I mean, if I could say it in a sentence, the stability is just not there. We both want different things at this point. Okay. Hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.